Hey beautiful soul, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to have a message and guidance from the new moon taking place Monday the 30th of December 2024. So this reading is not timeless like normally. It's about the three first weeks of 2025. This new moon taking place in the end of the year is anticipating the new beginning, that we always feel like a new year brings new possibilities. It gives us the chance to change everything and start anew in the areas where we want to change things. But this, I would say, is starting today. So if you were going to do some goals for the 2025 or resolutions, I would say you should do them today. The beginning will be stronger energetically today than on the 1st of January 2025. So as always, let's start with closing our eyes and imagine that you're sitting here with me. You're sitting here in front of me having a personal reading from me. And today we're going to have this really important message from this very powerful moon. And so you can start by taking a deep breath, releasing everything that is going on in your life now, and allow your mind to be at peace or more relaxed. And then take another deep breath and allow your energy to enter into this deck. And as soon as I started this sentence, can you see the cards are already filled with your emotions and energies? So that's quite interesting. I am starting with 3 cards, and they are already here since your energy is really powerful. This deck is the Goddess Tarot deck. It's going to be quite feminine reading, I guess. But that doesn't mean it's not for masculine or man. It's going to talk more about the feminine aspects in everybody's life. So the first card we have is the Prince of Swords. And as this deck has goddesses for each suit, if I remember it right, this is the goddess Isis, the Egyptian goddess of that symbolizes magic, loss, and redemption. So, tradition. This is the goddess Juno. And the fortune, Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity. Juno, at the other hand, I don't know her as well as Lakshmi and Isis, so I'm going to take a look at what she is standing for. So Juno was honored as the patroness of marriage and other traditional rites of passages in women's lives. This Roman goddess was believed to watch and protect all women from their first breath to their last. So, she is following established social structures and traditions. In love relationship, she could represent a desire for marriage or a declaration of intentions for the sake of security. Wow. So, starting with the Prince of Swords here, it's a strong message from the moon to you, because the prince here is the page, like the page of swords, if you know tarot. So you can co-create with me and bring your mind into this reading. So the prince here is the page of swords. He has a strong will, and he has already put his word in the gadget. So he's not thinking about going into a war. We would say that the swords often represents our minds and all the turmoil and all the wars that goes on in our minds. He's a messenger bringing information about clarity. So what the moon is starting to tell you is, now you should put down everything that you're doing and think about what you really want and be very clear about it. Because today and the next days, the first days of the year 2025, the energy, the power is going to be so helpful for you. So I would believe that maybe you have been not very sure about what you want and wanting maybe many things, not knowing where to start, and going from one thing to another, not sure if you should do this or that or start by here or there. So I think that the moon is telling you, now stop using your mind to think so many things. You are supposed to be the news for you. So you're going to tell you now, like you are getting the news, that somebody's bringing you news that is kind of you communicate with yourself about the situation in your life now, and you could do this communication out loud, maybe somewhere outside or alone at home, but make it very clear. And if you talk out loud, you hear your thoughts so much better and they will be so clearer. So the moon is telling you, your ability to create and influence yourself is something you know that you can do. You've always been doing that. You've always been a guidance for other people. You've always had this really strong ability to make people listen to you, believe in what you say, trust you, and follow your guidance. This is what comes with this card from the new moon. What I hear is, now use this energy of yours, this sense or this kind of a way to influence for yourself. And you should maybe write down the decision that you make. And the decision you make will be really strong and kind of, when things are done in a traditional way. I think what you are about to do is something that you maybe wanted to do for a long time, but you needed this your personal power. You really have a personal power to to guide yourself, influence yourself, create what you want. It's just so obvious here that you have to stop thinking about all the thoughts that you are thinking about. So since we have here, and the moon is telling you with her that what you are seeking is going to happen, because you have the Wheel of Fortune here as in a normal tarot. So the is telling you that you are protected. You will be protected from the beginning to the end, and especially all and everything that has a feminine side to it. So if this thing that you would like to start to do next year, how you would like to begin the next year, if it has a feminine trait in it, it's going to be marvelous. It's going to be something kind of a marriage. It's like you are going into a marriage with this idea, with this decision you make. It's going to be kind of a declaration and a huge intention that is like never before. You never had this strong intention about anything as you will have when you make this communication and clarification with yourself about what you would like to do. I would like to add here, whatever it is that you would like to start doing, if there is something on your mind, because it feels a little bit that there is a dream here. The moon is telling you, start it immediately, do it with a kind of a grace and security. Be decisive, yeah, decisive, and don't turn away from it anywhere, any way, any day. Never, ever allow yourself to turn away from this idea or this dream or this desire you have. It is very clear that there is a desire here, and the desire is really something about that would make you feel more secure, more strong, more engaged, more helped, more living in a traditional way. It almost feels like you would like to go from working for yourself into a workspace where you can relax and get your paycheck every month. It's almost like that. It doesn't mean it is that way. It's that energy that you want to go from feeling insecure, not having things in order, and have more order, more discipline, more strategic ways of things. It could be in some area in your life. It doesn't have to be the whole life of yours, so it doesn't have to be as big as your work and changing your work. But that example that is representing the feeling that I get here, that you would like to relax and don't have to think so much about something that is disturbing you and holding you always on your toes, making you worry or not being so secure in your life, and it could be only in one area in your life. So this is the change that the moon is telling you. This is going to happen, but you have to co-create it. You have to do what the moon is suggesting here, that you stop thinking about, should I do it this way, that way, should I ask that one, this one, should I try this or try that. Leave all these thoughts that are similar to this idea and decide one thing, and never hesitate or think, did I make a wrong decision? It's not going to be a wrong decision, no matter how you will feel about it, because the moon is telling you, you will make the right decision, because the energy in the air now will help you do it. And you have the character, you have the personality, you have the idea already inside of you. And all the ideas you have inside of you, they are very interesting, they are powerful, they will bring changes in your life. And your life is about to change a lot. So it doesn't matter which one you will start with, because I feel like you will then, when you see that this went so well and it was so easy, it was just like blinking the eye and everything was happening like kind of for you. You didn't have to do so much, even though the moon is telling you, you have to co-create this with me, or with yourself, or with the universe. But when you've seen yourself, when you realized, and when you can look back and see, oh, this was so easy, you will take all your other wishes and dreams and you will make them all come true when you've finished this one. Or at least this one feels like more a feeling inside of you that you want to have, this security, this feeling of I'm protected, I don't have to be afraid, I don't have to worry, I don't have to think that something is going wrong. This is more kind of a thought that brings feelings with them. So I think it's a lot that going on in your mind, and the moon is telling you, don't think so much, enjoy, do. And the fortune, the wheel of fortune, the Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity, she is going to be with you. And that is kind of awesome to have this strong, powerful energy with you in this doing. So the Lakshmi is believed to be attracted to a sparkling things like the crow. She loves jewelries. She loves everything that glitters, which is kind of a metaphor for somebody who loves luxury. Today we would say luxury, beautiful things, riches, and she is not only loving it for herself, but she is so generous that she gives it to everybody. So her energy is prosperity and generosity, and she is also very fortunate. And she is open to abundance. And what the moon is telling you here, trust in your fortune. Trust and believe that you will be abundant, that you will be you will be loved, you will be protected, you will have everything you feel needed in your life now. And so I would say that Lakshmi is just making more out of Juno here. Juno that is bringing you the protection from the day you start this and to the end. She will never close her eyes on you. She will never look away from you. She will never leave you alone. Lakshmi is bringing more power to that in a way that it makes you feel more protected, more guided, more right or true, that you will feel very soon when you start that you're doing the right thing. So we are going to have here 2 clarification on the Prince or the Page of Swords, the Prince here. What is the Prince telling us here? Because I would like to see if I am right about that. The Prince is telling us the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. And the 9 of Swords. So what I see is that your thoughts until now, you have been worrying about wealth, health, your home, your family, maybe somebody, maybe your mother, maybe your daughter, maybe a very good friend. Something has been keeping your mind really busy and giving you an idea to be worried, to stay in this mode. But what the moon is telling you is, if you don't think so much, just like I said before, this is how you will feel. It's your mind that is preventing you from feeling prosperous and strong and happy. The Queen of Pentacles is very, I would say, the most charming and the strongest, the most protected queen here in this suit. And so this is the moon trying to tell you, this is how you've been, this is how you can be, if you just change your mind. She is this Queen of Pentacles is also the Pentacles. They have Lakshmi as a significator, a goddess. Lakshmi is the significator goddess of the Pentacles, and here you get the Queen. We could also say that the moon is telling you, don't you know that you are the Queen of Pentacles? What makes you think in another way? And the Queen of Pentacles is the personification of life itself, the archetypal Earth Mother. She's joyful and talented and creative, and she is just like, she has everything between heaven and earth. So there is nothing missing in her life. But the only thing that can dim her is the mind that is always so strong. Fertility, if you're young, or if somebody young is around you, it could be a little baby coming, and that baby could bring this, bring you to this decision to change the way you are living. As I said before, she is beautiful and wealthy, and she is strong, but she needs to ground herself, and that is the message from the moon, that ground yourself and be clear about what you want, and don't allow your mind to disencourage you or bring ideas into your mind that aren't supposed to be there, because they are only confusing you. And here we got two jumpers. So when I was starting to clarify the tradition, you know, and these are, can you see it? 3 of Cups and 3 of Wands. This is celebration. This is you coming strong into doing what you need to do, and the people around you will notice it, and they will also, because you will be so generous, they will also be part of it. Everybody will notice that you made these changes and that you are coming to your senses, I would say, that you are more like you are supposed to be, because this is typically what we would see a Queen of Pentacles doing, enjoying her life, dancing and celebrating with friends and family, and seeing strong, watching her future. It's like the sun is coming up, her new life is coming up, and she is ready to embark on a new journey, a new beginning, and she feels strong, she is protected, she has the moon, and she has her friends, and she has those who help her. And that could be also a help from another realm. Some of us have help from prayers. Some of us feel like the moon is always helping us. And I myself, I call myself very lunatic, and I energetically feel the moon always, and it affects me very much. We have here 2 for the Lakshmi. I couldn't bring this right. So this is really a powerful and beautiful ending. The Queen of Cups having it all. The moon is with her. She has her intuitive guidance. She listens to her heart. She feels emotionally settled and strong. And how else could she be with the fortune of Lakshmi? And the transformation, it's kind of a death of the mind or the way of thinking. The old way of thinking has already changed. The name of this goddess is really strange. Ukkemoukki. Ukkemoukki. I'm gonna read what the booklet says about Ukkemoukki, because I don't know. I really don't know this goddess. And Ukkemoukki, after her death, the Japanese food goddess Ukkemoukki's body transformed to supply food to humanity. Her head turned into cows. Grain sprouted from her forehead. Rice plants sprouted from the goddess' belly, and so life was transformed from death. This means transformation, the need to allow something to die in order to create room for the new. Painful change that is necessary, creating life out of death. So this card is telling us that there is a huge change going to happen. Allow it to happen. Be patient, be strong. Emotionally, when you start to feel like you want to go back to be as you were, or you feel like you don't have control over everything, I'm sure in the next 3 weeks you will feel very often that you're not sure about the things, but believe and trust. The moon is telling you here, it's going to be magical. It's going to end in a new beginning. That is how it's going to be. And enjoy these 3 weeks ahead of you, and enjoy that you are going to become so much stronger. This is totally amazing what is going to happen in your life in the next 3 weeks. You will be clear, communicate with yourself, and decide how you want to live without having your head going from one place to another. Do it in a traditional way. You will write down, you will decide, you will take step by step, and you will feel the protection, you will feel the fortune, you will be the queen, you will be the queen, you will celebrate, you will stand strong, and this will all happen in the next year, but you will start to feel these changes in the next 3 weeks. Wow. I would like to end this reading with few words to give you, because it's always good to have some words as a guidance for us. So the first word is delight. Be delightful. Yes, let's put it here. Be delightful. The second word is efficiency. So be efficient. That is between here, from taking the decision and to the tradition. The third word is play. And that would be very good for you to play. And because when you play and when you feel like a child, and you allow yourself to be in the flow, the fortune will have more access to you. And the last word is nothing but love. Isn't it amazing? I really loved to do this reading for you. Really love you. Thank you for being here with me and listening to this reading. I hope I see you again.